is Craig Haugard with your Financial Issues Ag Update. Well, lack of nearby demand led to some bear spreading in the corn futures yesterday, as the nearby months were down more than the deferred. As we see this market develop, I would look for larger carries to get built into the futures. Beyond that, we're going to keep watching the planting progress reports and looking forward to the USDA's first attempt at projecting the 2020 crop in their May 12th report. As I record this, the overnight spot corn futures are trading up a penny. Soybean prices were depressed with the U.S. FOB values unable to attract any Chinese interest. Brazil holds such an advantage to the U.S. that it would be a complete surprise to see a sale of soybeans to China this week. Brazil's currency continues to fall against the U.S. dollar, and that inflates Brazilian values paid to their producers versus the producers here in the U.S. In fact, Monday's close is the weakest close against the U.S. dollar on record. Brazil should show a record volume of exports in April with its low-priced soybeans and motivated producer selling. In the overnight trade, spot soybeans are trading a half-cent higher. The decreased winter wheat crop conditions, coupled with slow spring wheat planting pace, had wheat futures in all three exchanges higher yesterday. In the overnight, we're seeing that partially reversed with the Chicago futures down a nickel, Kansas City unchanged, and Minneapolis trading 3 cents lower. Cotton futures had a pretty decent outing, with July futures 77 points higher to settle at 55.78, and in the overnight trade we have spot futures up an additional 55 points. Yesterday morning, the livestock markets featured more talk about euthanizing livestock because of processing plant closures. We had headlines splashing all over the ag news that cattle and hogs as old as market weight would be liquidated in order to avoid feeding them as they awaited slaughter. With that as the backdrop, the declaration from President Trump yesterday that he's going to sign an executive order to mandate that meat processing plants remain open was certainly welcome news. The administration says that it's going to lend aid and advice on how to minimize risk to employees as they keep those plants open. At the close, livestock futures were higher straight across the board. June cattle futures ended the session 65 cents higher, while August feeder cattle were also up 65 cents at the closing bell. Lean hog futures enjoyed a positive session. June futures were 92.5 cents higher at the close. Class 3 milk futures made it 4 winning days in a row. The June futures 17 points higher as they settled at 12.12, were trading unchanged in the overnight trade. And beef cutout values continue to set records as they scream higher. Yesterday saw choice beef boxes $18.98 higher to close at $330.82. Selects were $22.10 higher as they settled at $320.88. And pork carcass values were $4.78 higher, closed at $88.49 per hundredweight. This has been Craig Haugard with your Financial Issues Ag Update. We'll be right back with more financial issues after this.